Anthony Herwig here with a Canfield softball player profile. I am joined by Kara Spencer. Kara, thank you so much for taking the time to join us today.
Yeah, of course. Thank you for having me.
First thing we have to do is reflect on this wonderful season. I know Canfield last year got to the regionals, fell short in regionals, and everyone was hungry coming into this year to get back to this level and then take that next step. What were some of the things that you reflect on this season, getting ready for the year, being hungry throughout the season, setting those goals, and now obviously achieving them?
Just being ready to go and play and get at it. Um, just working hard for this. We've been working really hard since like late August, all the way through winter and fall. Just been really great.
This year, softball had a little bit more time to work in the offseason. The OHSAA gave a little bit more time to teams, which means you were able to play together in the months of the winter and in the Watch Center and Sluggers. And Coach
Yeah.
Kernan always talks about how much that helped this team. From your perspective, what was it like being able to spend even more time with the softball team when you got the chance to and bond even more, like you said, when you were able to play it more in the winter?
Yeah, I think playing in the winter, we made really great bonds with each other. Like, I became really close with the underclassmen this year, and it's great playing on the field with them this year. And during like the winter playing at Watts, we played so many games throughout like on weekends and Sundays. It was just great just playing with them.
I want to talk about the underclassmen a bit. With the eight seniors, sometimes it might be intimidating for a freshman or even a player that is new to the varsity level to come on and take that next step. But you guys have always been seamless. Every time we talk to them, they talk about how easy the seniors have made it to come on this team and make an impact. From your perspective, what has it been like to bring on new players, whether they be freshmen or, like I said, players that are new to the varsity level, and kind of really seamlessly gel them into the standard of this Canfield softball team?
I just try to make them feel comfortable and like try to help them out whenever like they're down on themselves or if they make a mistake. I tell them like it's gonna be okay. Like get the next play or don't think about anything too much. Just trying to make them feel comfortable.
Does it make you reflect on your freshman year a bit when you see freshmen like Jenna Treveri and Leah Figueroa come on and be instantly confident? Do you look back on your freshman experience as well?
Yeah, well, actually, my freshman year, COVID happened, unfortunately, so I didn't get to really have that opportunity with them. But when we worked out in the winter, it was definitely they made us feel comfortable too. So
That's the thing about your class. Your freshman year is really your sophomore year, the first year you're able to get on the field as a team.
mhm.
That's obviously something that every senior that is in your class has had to go through.
Yeah.
Now that we're a couple of years removed from that whole shenanigans of
Hmm.
quarantine and COVID-19, what kind of things do you reflect on learning from that experience and trying to carry into now the rest of your softball career?
Just don't really take things for granted. You never know what's gonna happen. You never know when your last game's gonna be. Just always work hard every day and just don't take things for granted.
One of the things about senior year is you're dealing with a lot of laughs, a lot of emotions. Eventually, your last game is going to happen. Hopefully, you'll win your last game, but eventually, you're going to have to hang up the cleats for Canfield softball. How have you been handling all the emotions that senior year can bring? All the laughs that you have to do.
Oh, it's really tough, but I just go through each day trying to like make the most of everything and just try to have the best laughs with all my friends and teammates.
What are some of your favorite memories that you've made off the field with this team that you treasure a lot and you're taking in this last senior season?
In April we went to Myrtle Beach. That was really fun. I think we made our bonds stronger there and we really gelled together as a team there. And winning there was pretty good.
I want you to give us an inside look into this dugout because we only get to see you guys on the field. What's the personality of this Canfield team like? What are some things that you can tell us about the team inside the dugout, outside the field, and some things that you guys do to keep it loose and stay having fun?
We cheer really loud. We try to cheer our best really loudly and make a whole bunch of noise, just rattle the other team, trying to get their pitcher like uncomfortable. If we come out of the dugout, we pat everyone on the back. We give them high fives. Just try to make them like keep it going to bat.
One of the things we were going through pictures of the regional final, and I saw this. I don't even know how to explain it. Like it's like a big totem pole, maybe with a Canfield head on it, a cardinal head on it. Can you take us through what that is and where that came from, and what's going on with that?
So one day at practice, Mrs. Kernan just brought this. It's like this cardinal. It looks like a puppet kind of, and it has a bucket hat on it and this like cardinal scarf. And we take it to our games and we hold it. His name is Craig. So yeah, it's just kind of like our little like mascot.
It's the team mascot, Craig.
Yeah.
Is the bucket head supposed to represent Coach Cernana? I'm guessing.
Yes, we got those bucket hats actually from Myrtle Beach and just we put it on there.
Who named him Craig? Was there a reason why you guys decided Craig?
We were just looking through like sea names, like because our cardinal mascot is called Big Red, and we were just kind of like thinking of like sea names for like Canfield. So we found Craig.
When you look back on this year, you've already said that you've bonded a lot with this team. Who are some players that maybe you didn't know as well last year that you've really grown to know a lot better this year through all the experiences that you guys have had?
One person is Sydney Lutz. She's such a sweet and like kind person. She plays second base. She's really good. Another person would be Jenna Treveri, Leah, Marina. They're just all great. I love them. I love giving them rides to places or whatever. Just yeah.
Are you the one that they always go to for rides, or are you like the team chauffeur?
Yeah, I guess.
Who's one person that you kind of wouldn't get on in a ride in a car with if they're driving on the team?
Um I have to say Faith Morrell maybe. She can act a little wild a little.
When you think about some of the things that you've been able to accomplish throughout your career, what are some things that you're the most proud of? Like the things that you've maybe worked the hardest at that you've accomplished so far that you are really proud of when you reflect?
Just trying to get like the most at bats, like trying to make the most of my at bats when I'm in there, and hitting off like wonderful pitchers like Sydney Watts, Gabby Gratishar from Champion, just all of those pitchers. It's pretty awesome if you like try to get the bat on the ball from them.
You've been a player that at times has come off the bench and just come up with really good pinch hit at bats and things like that. What's that like for you to come out, and just come into a game and whether it be like a pinch runner role or a pinch hitter role when you're not starting and be ready to go at a moment's notice? What's that been like for you?
I just have to mentally prepare myself every game for like being whatever my name is called, showing my role out there. That's really important to me and just making the most out of it, trying to get a runner on base.
You got to be really confident to be able to do that. What are some things that build your confidence, keep your confidence? What are some ways that you like to do that?
I just like to go into my bats with an open mindset. I don't really think about anything. I just try not to be overconfident, but I try not to have like not a whole lot of confidence. I just try to like relax in there and just tell myself that I can do this and get a base hit.
Eight seniors on this team. What's it like to have a group of so many great leaders with you and so many different kind of mindsets and different ways to lead on in your class?
It's wonderful. I've just been playing with them since I've been like 6 years old, T-ball days. We've played many games together. I know during like the Little League World Series, we've always like made it to state. And like this is like our time to like finally like show like what we can do with this group.
How special was senior night? Being able to share that with all the rest of your seniors and to be able to have that moment with them and also get a win on senior day as
Yeah.
well.
It was really great. It was fun. Having all my family there just cheering me on and all my friends there supporting me throughout the way.
I want to take you back to the last out of that regional championship and when you kind of were able to let all that emotion out. Who was the first person that you looked for to celebrate with?
I think it was Leah actually. I remember her. She just came up to me and gave me a big hug, and we were just so happy and excited. Like all that adrenaline was rushing.
That was not a game that you guys had in hand at any point. It was a high stress game with Marlington 2-1. You got the win. When you finally did get the win, was it even more of a kind of a exhale of all those emotions because it was always in question?
Yes. All those emotions just like rushed out of me. I was like, this is like really happening. Like we're going to state. Like we better win it all. Like yeah,
You better.
yeah.
What are some of the things that you did to kind of relax yourself? I mean, I know it probably took a long time to finish celebrating that regional championship, but you still got work to do at Firestone Stadium tomorrow. So, what were some things that you did to, okay, put that away and refocus on state?
Just working. We've been working really hard this week in practice, hitting wise, fielding wise, just putting in that hard work.
I'm sure this week has been a whirlwind for this team, not only because you're going to state, but also you've had a lot of media coverage. You had the live show at Coco's Pizza last night. It's a whirlwind. What has it been like for you to kind of go through this week and get all this media attention and all the people that want to know like what it feels like to go to regionals and kind of had the light shined on Canfield softball?
It's really exciting. I don't think that like softball gets that much attention as it should be, and this is like our time to finally show like we're good and like we can do this and go all the way.
You spent a lot of time in this sport. Obviously, you love it. Talk about your love story with softball and what are some of the things that you remember are the reasons why you fell in love with the sport?
Well, basically, I've been playing travel with these girls for growing up since I was 6. Canfield Crush. That's just been really like a moment where we all started like bonding together and being friends. And then just growing up playing travel on the weekends was really showing how much I love the sport.
And now we have to talk about your future as well outside of Canfield. You're graduating. What are some of the things that you're doing in your future that you're so excited for and taking the next chapter in your life?
I'm going to YSU. I'm going to study education with special ed, and I just really hope to, be successful and find like the right job out there.
When you were thinking back, maybe sophomore year, junior year, about what career you wanted to go into and what what major you wanted to take in college, what were some things that made you choose education and special education as that track?
Well, my mom is a teacher, so she kind of really influenced me about all the benefits of it. And I did think about physical therapy, but my mom just really influenced me on being a teacher.
What are some things that she taught you throughout your life that you want to instill in your students one day when you become a teacher?
She just taught me to be, uh, have fun and like, create bonds with people because you never know when like they're not going to be around one day.
I'm guessing if you want to be a teacher, you've also had a lot of teachers at Canfield that have impacted your journey. Who are some that come to mind that really helped you through high school and that you really kind of look back on, and maybe one day when you're a teacher, you'll lean on them and say, "Hey, what are some things that you did with me, and what are the lessons that you taught me?"
Um, Mrs. Angelo, she was my nat and phys teacher. She was really good. She just taught me to like take things like one day at a time. Like you're gonna get there, just make the most out of everything.
All right, let's talk. Get to know you a little bit off the field. Obviously, you put a lot of time in the softball. What are some things you like doing outside of softball to, entertain yourself, hobbies, things like that?
I like to go shopping a lot, spending time with my family and friends. Um, I like to do art sometimes. My mom's an art teacher, so that's
All right, when you talk shopping, are you someone that shops too much, or are you able to control yourself?
I shop too much a little.
Where's that one store that like if someone puts you into, they better not give you your credit card, or it's gonna be a long day.
Probably Target.
Have you ever gone into Target and this like you have one list of things you want to get and you get a bunch of other things that you didn't have on your list?
Yes, definitely.
What do you think is one thing overall that you spend more money on than you should? Like, what are some things that if you see it, you're gonna buy it?
Definitely clothes a lot or makeup.
What was your last impulse buy? What was the last thing that you saw and you instantly said, "I gotta have it"?
Um, I think I don't know. I think I like to drink Red Bulls, so probably that.
When you think about some of the things that you like to do to relax, what are some of your relaxation tactics?
I like to listen to music. Just gets me in the groove before games too. On long bus rides, just put in my AirPods and listen to music.
All right, Kara, before we let you go, I want to give you the chance to thank your support system and all the people that have been there for you throughout the years.
All right. Thank you to all my family and friends that support me and my coaches, Coach Kernan, Coach Barb, Coach Beasy, and Mrs. Kernan for providing all the snacks.
All right, Kara, thank you so much for the time. We appreciate it. We wish you the best of luck at state on Thursday, and we look forward to talking again real soon.
All right. Thank you.